have been a number of memorable moments in PBA history, but I think the ones we all remember normally involve extremely angry PBA players.
Do not flash the camera in my approach. I'm telling you, don't do it.
So today we're going to look at the 5 biggest outbursts from PBA bowlers. Warning, some of these players completely lost control, got rather emotional, or were just flat out angry. Number 1. Randy Pedersen. Our first angry outburst comes from PBA Hall of Famer and current PBA commentator Randy Pedersen. Randy was up against Norm Duke in the semi-final of the 2005 Tournament of Champions. Just to give you some context, it wasn't just a major title that was on the line. Randy was also chasing a tour exemption, as a win would have given him a 2-year exemption on the tour. Just to state how much this actually meant to Randy, when he won the match that got him to the TV finals, he was basically completely in tears. He desperately wanted the win to get himself on the tour for the next 2 years. The pressure in this semi-final was pretty immense, with Randy needing to throw 3 strikes in the 10th frame to tie and force a sudden death roll-off. He got the first strike, and here we can see that as Randy steps up to take his next shot, that he is distracted by somebody in the crowd and makes a comment directed to them.
Someone's moving or clicking a camera.
Young man in the yellow, I see you. Okay, buddy, just perfectly still like a little statue.
Unbelievable, Randy's maintaining his composure here and instructing the fans.
However, he seems unfazed and gets the second strike, meaning he just needs one more strike to tie and force a roll-off. And at this point, the PA announcer actually makes an announcement to the fans in the stands, asking them all to keep as still as possible. Now Randy steps up, and let's just look at what happened.
Regaining his tour card is going to come down to 1 shot. As the PA announcer reminds the fans.
Now, if you're Norm Duke, you're anticipating he's going to get this shot. He's got to prepare himself. And if you're Randy Pedersen, it's total commitment. Exactly what he said he had to do.
You can do it. You make a good shot here.
His career on the line. 7-pin!
Hey, thanks, dude. Hey,
Leaves the 7-pin.
that was great. Hey, good job up there. I see you. Good job up there. A lot of class, pal. You hear that? A lot of class, pal.
What a...
This outburst wasn't a great display from Randy, and I think it was far more about his disappointment of not getting the tour card rather than the fan putting him off. I don't think you can really justify blaming a fan for leaving a 7-pin, but whether you agree or disagree with Randy's reaction, it was still a pretty fascinating watch for the viewers. And to me, this definitely classes as one of the greatest outbursts in PBA history, and certainly one of the most iconic. Number 2, Sean Rash and Jason Belmonte. I actually made a video about this angry outburst from Sean Rash that was directed towards Belmonte. You can watch that video by clicking on the link above. This was a match at the 2011 team shootout, and there appeared to be noises being made from Belmonte's water bottle that were distracting Rash, and Rash believed this was a deliberate tactic that Belmo was using. This resulted in Rash having some pretty choice words, as we can see in this next clip.
Step up to that, bitch. Go through it. Take that, you bottle bitch! Come on! What the with everybody? Come on! Let's go! Let's have some fun! Tired of it. Everyone, you do it too.
Also, as a bonus clip, There was a very similar incident again in the same year, 2011, but this time it was Brad Angelo on the receiving end of Belmonte's water bottle. Once again, Angelo believed that this was a deliberate tactic that was being used. Now Angelo's response was just a little bit more low-key than Rash's, however, as we'll see here.
Come on, Jace. Come on. You didn't do anything without crippling the stupid bottle? Dude, it's the third time you've done it. Jeez. No better than that.
Number 3. Ernie Schlegel. Another example now that features Randy Pedersen, but this time it's the reaction from Randy's opponent, Ernie Schlegel, that we're going to look at. Randy takes on Ernie in the 1995 Touring Players Championship, and during the final match, it's the 10th frame and Randy needs a strike to win. He quickly steps up and threw a fantastic shot and left the solid 8. Randy still to this day doesn't seem to have gotten over this horrible break, but to be fair, it probably is one of the worst breaks in PBA televised history, but if that wasn't bad enough, Ernie's reaction was just another kick in the teeth. He starts running around as though he'd just thrown a strike to win, rather than winning because of a terrible break. Let's just look at Randy's final shot and of course Ernie's reaction as well.
Oh, there's the graphic. The strike is the big one. Wasting no time at all.
Shouting, "I am the greatest," when your opponent just left a solid 8 on a perfect pocket shot, well, let's just say that it's not the classiest move. But both Randy's 8-pin and Ernie's celebrations have certainly gone down in PBA history forevermore. Number 4. Sean Rash Part 2. Another outburst from Sean Rash, but this time it's got nothing to do with water bottles. Rash seemed to have a big problem with his opponents using urethane balls against him, and made this comment in the final frame against Matt Russo.
I think Sean had a feeling this one was over. About
3 for 3.
Frame and a half
Integrity
ago.
one day. Yeah, I said it. I don't give a shit.
Apologize for the language there.
Now at this point in the match, it basically looked like Rash had lost, as Russo needed only 9 pins to win. However, in the 10th frame, Russo went right through the nose and left an open frame, handing Rash the win. You can see that suddenly Rash regretted his comments once he realised he had won, and he tried to backtrack slightly. Then he proceeded to break down once lifting the trophy. So let's just look at the rest of the clip from Russo's last frame and Sean's final reaction once he had won.
Oh, we've seen this before. He knows how to tackle this one.
Whoa, hang on a minute.
Right?
He hasn't lost. Sean hasn't lost yet. He has to make it.
Wow.
Here we wrote him off.
He had this in the 9th.
And Russo leaves the 2, 4, 6, 7, 10 again. He's got to make.
Second straight frame in a row he's left this.
Are you kidding me?
He dropped it in the 9th, though.
This may be the biggest gift Sean Rash has ever received in the sport of bowling right here. Unbelievable.
If Russo can't cover it. And he doesn't. And he doesn't even come close
How
to
about that?
covering it.
He takes the 4-pin straight back. Rash
Oh, my
wins.
goodness. Sean Rash. Goodness.
Great ball. Nothing against you. I hope you know it. Okay.
Number 5. Pete Weber. Now, Pete Weber probably could have made this video 5 times himself, as he had a number of pretty infamous outbursts throughout his long career. However, this time we're going to focus on Pete Weber's performance and reaction throughout the 2012 US Open. Now, Weber's antics at the 2012 US Open are extremely well known by now, but let's quickly recap. Weber came in as the 5th seed, so he had to climb the ladder to win his 5th US Open. Pretty much right from the start, there seemed to be a fan in the crowd who was rooting against Weber and kept distracting him. Throughout the whole show, Weber kept making comments directed towards the fan.
I said, would you please stop moving in my approach?
Not good when you have the...
I don't know what's hard about that to understand. All you gotta do is sit still.
Somebody in the stands is what he's talking to. Somebody moving.
3 times now.
Well, you know,
move again, I want to move.
Is the word that I would use now.
Move again.
Pete's ornery.
That pin has stood up all day. That
really?
10.
Do that again.
Got it.
It's called sportsmanship, pal.
Nobody seemed to know quite who the fan was or what they were saying or doing. Some people have said that Pete simply made this distracting fan up as a way to pump himself up. Others have said that it was a 13-year-old child that Pete was berating. Either way, Pete was becoming more and more irate as the show continued. This tension kept building and building, and when Pete got his win, well, I'm just going to leave you with this final clip so that you can enjoy this final shot for yourself, as well as his now infamous outburst. Thank you all for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, I'd be really grateful if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, bowling fans, and see you all next time.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And